Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Friday. Friday's request day. Today's map was requested by the creator. It's been voted in by the BonBon buddies over on Patreon. It's based on a real-life location up in the northwestern corner of the United States in Washington State, bordering on with Canada, part of the San Juan Islands. Now, I've had a little look on Google, had a little look at the Google images. It's quite realistic. Surprising when you consider that.
It's my first map.
I know, right? So, before we have a little look at this map, I would like you to warm up your finger. Warm it up, blow on it now. Now bend it and stretch it and bend it and stretch it. Now I would like you to use that finger. Go on, do it now. That's right, showing me the finger really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. And don't say that you didn't, because I know that you did. Today's map is Orcas Island by Mytwo Centsworth. Thank you very much, Mytwo Centsworth, for your first map. It's a valiant effort, I've got to say. Let's have a look at that start square. It's split between two coasts or sides of the inlet. It's not a big city build island, although there is room to build a big city. It's not a big city build if you're going to go for the realistic side of the build. There's your resources. Resources very usable as well. And then we'll head on over to the workshop. Now, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. The Not So Rocky theme is in action, as is the realistic 1.2 LUT. You'll definitely want the unlimited trees mod, because there's a heck of a lot of trees on this one. Little read of the description is always good. It also says mass transit in the required items list. You don't need that mass transit. That's a map, and at the first glance it doesn't appear very good, so I would avoid that one. Okay, I got the fog switched off because we need to see these roads. Okay, these are the mass transit highways. These are a work of fiction, by the way. These do not exist in the real world in this location. This is a small town, like a community style build, I would suggest. But they've given us highways so that we can have a little bit of traffic flowing straight into the map rather than having to worry about shipping. I guess that's a good thing. So a little bit of a work of fiction going on. Got a little bit of jinky janky here. We're kind of enough into the map to sort of like pick out things like jinky jankies now. And there's quite a few jinky jankies on the map. I'm not going to point them all out. Now, this whole intersection here looks and feels a bit loose. I know we're in the United States where everything's a bit on the big side, on the loose side anyway as well. But just looking at this, it just feels a little bit jointed. Jointed is not the right word, but I'm going with that one today. And this ramp here, we elevate and we elevate and then we go level. I'm not sure I like it. I'm not sure I like it. See, it could be a smoother transition. Like we go elevated here. Now from this point here, it's kind of level across. Now I know we've got the highway underneath it, but and there's a bit of jinky janky underneath the crossover there as well. But I think if we have that as a straight slope on that top ramp, and then lower the lower ramp just a little fraction, I think that's a little bit better. It's not perfect. Again, I could spend all day lowering that lower ramp just a little bit more to make it look slicker and sleeker. But it's all told, I think it just could have done with a little bit more time and consideration on it. But again, for a first map, wasn't half bad. Now, where's this highway going? Okay, I'm telling you, this isn't actually going into the map. This is going out of the map. So you've got a second highway connection, basically. We'll have a look at this junction a little bit later on, because it does bear off to the left, right? So we'll have a look at that later. But this, I would have been quite happy for it to go off the edge of the map here. I mean, it's probably connecting up towards some real-life location that I haven't researched. But what we've got are two massive, great big underground tunnels that feed the traffic for no real reason off to this island over here, where the traffic comes in from the edge of map. Now, those a whole bunch of nodes and segments that don't really need to be used, and I would have been quite happy with them just going off the top of the map there. It's almost the entire length of one side of the map, and it's a big old underground tunnel for no reason. Anyways, we'll follow these highways. This is all still fictional because these highways don't exist. Once we get onto the main island though, they will merge, and they'll merge into what I do believe is pretty close to the actual road network that is on Orcas Island. There are we. Here we go. This is where they're starting to come into the island here, and then they're merging up here. So from now on in, it's not far off real. Honestly, I've had a look. It looks about... Oh, hello. What's this? Okay, so we chisel buildings into the sides of hills now, do we? Okay, just wanted to verify that. Must be a Washington State thing, you know. All right, heading up the hill. Now, I am actually more jinky jankies here and there, so I'm just going to skip over most of these and not mention them. But the aesthetics on this one, I'm feeling the vibe of the area. There are some areas where it's just a little bit lighter on trees, but overall there's a lot of trees used on this map, and it'd be a bit of a struggle to actually have... Well, you couldn't have it filled even more. It'd be crazy. It'd be absolutely... The entire system would tank if we had even more trees on the map. Anyway, we're following what is a natural route of the realistic road layouts here. And then we'll head back that way. And we're going to take the next right, which is going to take us down towards the start square. Now, it's not a big build start square. Don't be expecting to have sky... I mean, the whole area around us here, you could build a big city here. Not with the traffic networking that we've got. It's not intended. It's not intended to be a big city build. But you could pretend you've got a big forestry thing going on, maybe, and it's just got a whole vibe to it. But most of the settlements here are settlements rather than even villages. Just a cluster of houses here and a cluster of houses there, and that is the real life location. We'll pull back here. Here's your start square. I'll show you both sides of the water. There we go. We'll head down into our side of the start square for today's asset of the day. And this isn't American at all. In fact, it's Japanese. We are Japanese, if you please. Or is that Siamese, isn't it? Japanese Farmer 2 3x4 by 𝐒𝐫𝐫𝐫. Lovely little property, this one. I can get a true feel of the Far East from it. And factoids, because factoids. On this day, November the 8th, in 1847, Bram Stoker, the creator of Dracula, was born. Though many people would decry the suggestion that vampires exist, it was a part of English law until 1824 to drive a wooden stake through the heart of any suicide victim to prevent them from returning as a vampire. 1824, eh? Okay, well, that's a good way of making sure your suicide victim has passed away, isn't it? Anyway, Japanese Farmer 2 3x4 by 𝐒𝐫𝐫𝐫. Quite like that. Quite like it. It definitely fits in with the North Washington vibe. Anyway, we're going to follow the roads back, and we're going to find our way across the map to the other side of the start square. We'll have a little look at the other side of the start square. That's our whole journey is about this now. And while we take this journey, I'm going to breaking news for those of you that didn't see Flowscape. If not, why not? Why are you not watching everything I make? What's wrong with you? Yes, something new is coming. I did say when we hit 10,000 subscribers, and we're very close to that now, new things would occur around the channel, around the BonBonB brand. Hey, that's me. Hello. Hi. Nice to meet you. New channel is coming up. It'll be called BonBonB 2, BonBonB, and then Tᴏ𝐼𝐼, because this is going to be BonBonB as well, you see? Nah, see? Clever? No? Okay, not clever. And what we'll be doing over there is all the stuff that is not Cities Skylines until maybe something takes and I have a bit of a hit on my hands, and then I'll move it across to the main channel. This is settlement area here. This would be a small town here, I imagine, I think. Oh, and also we've got quite a few of these jetties dotted around. These jetties are locations of real life piers, although it could be just clipped a little bit better into the ground there. But Yes, there's quite a few of them, but they are all where there are actual jetties in the actual game. So yes, anyway, back to BonBonB 2. So Flowscape will be switching across to BonBonB 2. I'm planning on doing a little bit of streaming every now and then. Some of it might be Cities Skylines, I haven't decided yet. I need to get my broadband upgraded first, but that is part of my immediate plans. So then what we'll do is we'll have a second channel. A second channel. And you should subscribe to it right away so you don't miss any of my exciting new content. And it won't be, I may have a little bit of Skylines over there, but it'll be all the things that I would like to do over here. But because of Google's, what's it called, analytics, Google's, oh, my brain has gone. But the way that YouTube works and promotes your videos, if you have a successful video, then a non-successful one, then the non-successful one holds the successful one back. And that's been happening with experimental videos over here, like Flowscape, less successful than Cities Skylines, holding the channel back. So what we'll do is we'll launch that. Hope to see you over there. Links will be in the description down below, and also in the top right hand corner of your screen right now. But here we go. This is the other side of that start square, and another jetty and an intermission.
Are you baffled by how YouTubers put detailing on their assets? Are you frightened that something called Anarchy would break your game? Then you need the BonBonB's Beginner Guide to Anarchy. Click the information button now.
And so back to Orcas Island by Mytwo Centsworth. Now shipping routes are a little bit of an anomaly. They are there, but about as close as you get to the main island is here, before it goes right back out to the outside again. So if you're playing 25 tiles only, you may struggle to actually gain access to any shipping. If you're using the 81 tile mod, not a problem. This other shipping route really doesn't go far from the outside of the map at all. Look at this. All the length of this side is hugging the edges. So yes, it all depends on whether you're a vanilla player or you're unlocking everything, cheating as they say. Water flow, this is the start square down this way, and there's a little bit of water flow and it's all going the right way. It's all heading out to sea. So there's no complaints about this map at all. If anything, it's possibly a little bit too strong, but let's not moan. Let's not moan. We've got something good, okay? And let's have a look at the map. Right, we're back to that start square again, and a little look at the little jetty there. And again, it could just be pushed down a little bit more into the ground. Pointing that one out because the next couple that you see, I think the next couple might, maybe not the next one, but there's a couple coming up that are pushed down to the ground, and I'm still going to moan. I'm still going to moan. Anyway, let's have a look here. This one, you see, again, this one's could be just pushed down a little bit more, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah, just take a little drive through. You can get a feel for it. When you come in, this is a much more wild side of the island over here. Not going to go up that dirt track. We're going to head down this way. We've got another settlement area down here. You can get the feel of these are the size of the settlements are small, just clusters of houses here and there in real life. Of course, you're welcome to build as big a city as you like. Anyway, down here, this jetty here. Look, it's clipped lovely into the ground. But look, we've got a ridge between the road and that. And so I would like to see something done. I mean, if we were to raise that up, it is the jetty that's causing that ridge. But then finding the balance, you're still going to get a little bit of a ridge there as well. And now the jetty's probably a little bit too high for what you'd expect to be the sort of ships, boats that would come up this way. So, yes, I'm still not happy. I'm not happy either way. A little bit of terrain work there just to level it out. That would help a little bit. Nice little bridge here. I'm not sure. Oh, a little bit of blue mantle under the bridge. Just a little bit of blue mantle under the bridge. I'm not sure if it really needed a pillar at all, but it's got one. And then we're going to follow the dirt track all the way up the side of the coast on this side. And then we get to another little settlement area down here, just like a fishing village or something, I would imagine. And again, that's clipped nicely in. But again, we've got that ridge between the end of the road and the actual jetty. And again, possibly a little bit too high, that jetty, for small boats. Big ships, different story. Small boats, less so. Loving the lakes. Again, all these lakes are real. They are the actual real life location. These things exist. I think the rivers are a little bit, I think by their own admission, they'll probably say that their rivers are a little bit janky. A little bit, rivers are hard. Okay, rivers are hard. Got one or two trees there with the feet in the water. I can kind of tolerate that in this particular map. It doesn't look too bad. One or two too many trees there, I think, but not too bad. Very pretty waterfall going on there. Look at the crystal clear water. That is almost thumbnail quality. I like that. What more have we got going on? We've got a lot of trees. A lot of trees. And a great vibe. A great vibe. Do love these cliff edges. Now, look at the tree placement avoiding the cliff edges here. Really liking the way that just gives a real sharpness to it. And again, looking at Google Earth, does appear that these areas are cleared of trees. Like a little bit of blend there as well. Don't mind a few trees on the cliff edges. But yeah, and some more lakes on the top of the plateau area up here is very nice. Is this supposed to be a little river stream going down there? Don't really see any water going down it, but maybe there is supposed to be. But there are a lot of trees down that ravine, so I don't know. Possibly there's during wet seasons, maybe is when we get that. Again, here looks pretty good. A slightly gouged river again, but not so bad. And again, those rock faces look amazing. Yet down here, though, we've got tree coverage on the rock faces. Now, again, looking at the Google Earth images, there is tree coverage on these hills. But because of the theme, they've become cliffs. And I would rather have just gone away from those. Also, look at the trees here. Look how balanced they are. There's almost equidistant between each one. More trees on the rock faces there. I would have been happy if they'd been cleared, to be honest with you. If we come over here and look at the tree balance here, you've got clusters, you've got dense, you've got light, and you've got medium, and it's just all the varieties going on with the forests. Well, if you come over this side, it's just equidistant. It's just all over the island. It's just exactly the same. There's no changes in density, and it just feels a little bit weird, that area of forest there. What more have we got? Oh yeah, we came down here. We were having a look at this intersection right at the start of the show. And we have this little road that pulls off this side. Let's have a look where this goes, shall we? It goes into a tunnel. Okay, let's follow the tunnel. It nips under the water there, and it comes out on this side deep. I think it's a separate island, isn't it, I think? And that's given us access to this island here. Whereabouts are we on the map? There. Oh, is that my own private BonBon Island? Huge BonBon Island. I would take it. I would take it, my 2 cents worth. I would. But I've got to tell you, this has got way too many drowned trees tucked away on it. Way too many. I would feel... I'd have to dig up the trees and move them, which is just too much work for a BonBon. But yes, it's not bad. It's again, it does have the vibe of the area, and that's the important thing. Anyway, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? Well, aesthetically, I think it looks the part. I'm totally buying into the Northwest American vibe. It looks like the pictures on Google Earth, and for that, I've got to mark it up. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Detailing. There's quite a lot about this that I like. Can I push it up to 4 stars? Not really. I'm a little bit lost on some of the detailing on the roads. Even allowing for the little bit of creativity that's there. I'm going to give it a high 3. High 3. Easily could have got 4 stars for this one. Gameplay potential. It's very playable. It is. Everything's in place. Slightly drawn away. I kind of wish that we hadn't got those highways on the edge of the map, but it doesn't take away from the playability. I'm going to go low for gameplay. It is very playable, and I guess they do kind of add. Anyway, Orcas Islands by Mytwo Centsworth. For a first map, that ain't half bad. And we'll be seeing more from Mytwo Centsworth very soon. They're right at the top of the list of the request maps. Those that are left, I'm not actually going to be doing the requests for much longer, I'm afraid. You can still request, but there's no guarantee I will actually review the map. Whereas up until now, I have reviewed every single request, apart from 1 or 2 that got lost in the paperwork. But I apologise for those. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing, for joining me for another map in the What's Map series. There's another one coming along tomorrow, an old map on the screen now, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series. Thanks for watching.